That'll do it. We jammed on. We had some jamming. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's great. Hope everybody is absolutely fantabulous. I've just realised I've got an empty glass. I'll need to figure out that soon. Anyway, we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be hammering on about your top 3 guitarists. You are allowed to go more than 3, less than 3. I basically just want to know who's your guys and gals, who's your people, who's your guitar heroes. Like I said in the description, if we were in the US of I, it would be like your Mount Rushmore and you'd be allowed a 4th person. But we're going top 3 because that fit better in the thumbnail. You can't have too much text on a thumbnail. That's the rules apparently. Anyway, let's come and say hello to everybody in the chatteroo. First in the house, Nedim Guitar. Hello, your favourite guitarists are also songwriters. Nice. Right now, Mike Van Aert. Now, someone mentioned that name before. It might be yours. It might be you that mentioned it before, and I couldn't remember who they're from. Sorry. Also must mention Hendrix. No idea who that is. And Dweezil Zappa. No. Sorry mate, never heard of any of them. I'm only joking, but I've not heard of... I can't remember who Mike Van Aert is, but I do. We know the other two, obviously. Great choices, at least the 2 I know. Richard Sheehan's in, how you doing mate? Tough to mention only 3, agreed. But you're going with Alan Holdsworth. I feel like I need to get into Alan Holdsworth. Like a lot of my top guys, my favourites, their favourite is Alan Holdsworth, so I need to work on that. Need to get involved in that. Anywho, Jeff Beck, yep. Eric Johnson, yeah. He might be in my top 3, Eric Johnson. Definitely top 10. I've got a top 10. I don't know if I could do the top 3. I'll try. I know 2 that are in the top 3 for definite, I think, but I'm not sure. And you got to see them all play live. Fantastic, mate. Well done. Hello, Francis Chambers. How you doing, mate? Nathan Champion. This is going to be fun to see everybody's choices. I hope so, mate. Yours that influence your playing the most are Adrian Bellew, Robert Fripp, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, David Gilmour, and John Frusciante. Now, I know the Adrian Bellew name, and as soon as you tell me who he's from, I'll be like, of course. But it's escaping me at the moment. But yeah, Fripp, he's a Les Paul guy, isn't he? But you've got 4 Strat players in there, I think. Maybe 5, depending on Adrian Bellew. Wait a minute, can I count? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 Strat players. Anyway, great stuff, mate. Francis Chambers, your top 3 would be Dave Gilmour, Jeff Beck as well, and Martin Knopfler, all Strat players. This is going to be the point of this. I'm only joking, it's not, but it just so happens. Francis Chambers, oh no, that's what we just said. Hello to you, Hozzer, thanks for coming in, mate. And we're getting a load of hellos in now, great stuff. Hello to everybody. Francis Chambers in the house, Hozzer68, Johnny D is in, Peter Collins, Richard Sheehan, Gearview Mirror, hello mate. Martin Smith is in, hello to you mate. I hope we've not missed anybody. Maidenman's in the house, Rob Martin, sorry, hello. Blue Fingers is in, Indie OG is in, Maria Muggs Davies in the house. And Reeled In, what are you saying? Oh, missed you there, Reeled In. Wait a minute, where did it go? There he is. You're on your summer break, so it's nice to be here live. Great to see you, mate. Thanks for coming. Your favourite guitarist by a mile is Jan Ackerman, who was in Focus. Hocus Pocus, yes. Jimi Hendrix, of course, and Hank Marvin. You saw him live once. What a tone. Was that Hank Marvin? Nice. Jan Ackerman, am I right in thinking he's a Les Paul guy? Maybe. But you've got another couple of Straters in there. Who did you see live out of the 3 of them? Was it Hank Marvin? Yeah, it seems like it is. Thank you, Indie OG. Thursday, fill it up. I will do it. I'm on it. Well, I will be soon. Shred Finn, afternoon Steve in the chat. Hello to you, mate. Eddie Van Halen, Warren D. Martini, Darrell Lance Abbott. What is that? I did not know that was Dimebag's real name. I'm embarrassed that I didn't know that. Nice one, mate. That's pretty much settled for you, although there are plenty of runners up. Yes, indeed. So, EVH obviously plays his own thing. Warren D. Martini, what does he play? ESP? Maybe? I see him as having like a a tiger stripe thing, is that right? Or snakeskin, one of the two. And Dime has played different things, hasn't he? BC Rich, Dean, things of that nature. Jimmy Biter, how you doing, mate? What's up to you? George Lynch, John Sykes and Jerry Cantrell. What a collection. I was late to the party on John Sykes. I only started getting into him this year. What a player. Love him. Love his solos. Some of the most iconic solos ever. Yeah. John Little, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Ah, Maiden Man 74, you win. Corey Feldman, Little Wayne and Marty McFly. Brilliant, mate. If you were allowed some more, who else would get in there? Blue Fingers is saying to Reelden that Jan Ackerman's brother was your colleague when you was an intern to become a teacher. Look at that. Who would have known? Small world. Mars6433, Nuno and shut up at Jimmy Biter. Nuno may be in my top 3. He might be in my top 1. No spoilers. Who cares who mine's are? Anyway, everybody knows probably. Not everybody, but people who've been here before. I've not shut up about it myself. Anyway, Blue Fingers, you have at least 10 favourite guitar players, maybe more. You listen to different players for learning than for relaxation, yeah? I could totally relate to all of that. For pure enjoyment, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Angus Young, John Frusciante. For learning, SRV, Pat Metheny and João Gilberto. Well, look at that. Look at that collection. That is very eclectic. Well done, mate. Hauser, yours are, right, let's see if I can get all these right. Moore, so that's going to be Vinnie Moore. Young's going to be Yvette Young. And I can't think who the Gilmore would be. I'm joking, of course. So what's that? Is that? I take it as Gary Moore, yeah, not Vinnie Moore. Gary Moore, Angus Young, rather than Malcolm probably, and Davy Gilmore. Here, legends. Legends indeed. And it looks like you've got there a Les Paul and SG and a Strat. Now, have you got a Les Paul and SG and a Strat? You might need to get them. You might need to get them. Indio G, yours have to be the guys that got you to play in the first place. Terry Cath. Wait a minute now. Who's Terry Cath from? I almost wanted to say Steely Dan there, but it's not right. Who's Terry Cath? Play with. Ace Frehley. Wait a minute, Terry Cath. He's not Def Leppard, does he? No. Come on, who is he? Ah, I feel terrible. Ace Frehley and Alex Lifeson. Right, so we've got Rush, Kiss, and who the hell is Terry Cath from? Where are we going now? Oops, the chat jumped. Why does it happen? It happens too often. We got to Gray Harris. Let's jump in there. Nuno, EVH, Ritzy Cochrane. What a collection. Those guys are so good their guitars need a cigarette after they finish playing. Yes, indeed. Absolute legends. Nuno definitely for me. And can't argue with the other two. Richard Sheehan, the gateway drug to Alan Holdsworth is his solo album, The 16 Men of Tain. I'm going to write that down. Wait a minute, I don't have my board. But, wait a minute, I'll start a wee pad here. Hold on. See, I might take some notes, you never know. Guitarists. Right, okay, so what was that? Alan Holdsworth. I shorthanded that. I did number 16. Right, cool. Got that up there if we need that. Is my background music on, by the way? Yeah, it seems to be. Okay. Where did we get to there? 16 Men of Tain. Okay, yeah. Martin Smith, Paco de Lucia, Peter Green, Jimi Hendrix. Awesome. Paco de Lucia, he's a bit of a monster, isn't he? Johnny D, Gary Moore, Rory Gallagher, and Martin Offler. 2 Strats and a Les Paul. I'm good at this. Chris Otterwell in the house. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining the Patreon. Chris Otterwell, you absolute legend. Much appreciated. I've not posted on the Patreon in quite a while. That's something that's been on the top of my mind for a while as well. I keep meaning to do it, but getting distracted with other things. I will do it, and check out the Patreon. We'll do a plug for that later on. Everything on Patreon's free. That was part of the plug right there. Anyway, moving on. Blue Fingers, you're speaking to Reelden that you didn't meet Jan Ackerman's brother, or no, you didn't meet him. Anyhow. Chris Otterwell's coming in with his top 3 soon, I think. J.R. Channing, your 3 off the top of your head are Mick Ronson, Charlie Starr of Blackberry Smoke, I would never have got that, and Richie Kotzen. There you go, got us 2 so far, got Richie Kotzen in there, I think. Nathan Champion, Drinking Game, why can't I read or talk? Drinking Game, shot every time someone says David Gilmour. You know what, you might be right. So far, we might have had more David Gilmours than anyone else, although, actually, maybe I'll do a wee poll in here if I could figure out how to do it and it doesn't get too stressful. Because I'm also seeing a lot of Gary Moore coming up from CD Nelson and Chris Otterwell, and a lot of Nuno, and a lot of SRV. So CD Nelson is saying Stevie Ray Vaughan, Gary Moore and BB King. So that's a Strat, a Les Paul and a Lucille. Chris Otterwell, Gary Moore, Martin Knopfler and Nuno. Yeah! That's a Les Paul, a Strat and a, well, I was going to say a Washburn, now it's a Nuno, isn't it? A Nuno guitars. Johnny D, hard to pick 3. It is indeed. I'm struggling to pick 3 as well. Yeah. Actually, I might have to get rid of one of them. That makes it even harder. Anyway, hard to pick 3, yes indeed. The Young Brothers, Nuno, George, Randy and EVH says Mars 6433. What a collection right there. Dinger63, Faye Dundee, how you doing mate? Thanks for coming in, good to see you. Maidman74, really it's Knopfler, Gilmour and Colin. Is that of the Phil variety? Yes. What does he play? Does he play a Jackson? Is that his signature bag? I think it is. At least it used to be. Whoops, and the chat has jumped. There we go. Relax Meditation. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in. In your humble opinion, your top 3 faves are Albert Lee, Brian May, and Martin Knopfler. All great guitarists. Hello to all in the chat. Hello to you too, mate. And what a collection. What a great 3. Man, in fact, it was only a few years ago that, what was his name? I can't see your comment for some reason. There it is. Brian May, in one of these top guitarists of all time lists, Rolling Stone or whoever does it. Nobody cares, but Brian May beat Hendrix for like the first time ever. Not that Hendrix or Brian May are in competition with each other, but you know how these lists go. But it just goes to show how iconic Brian May is. I don't even know if he was consistently number 2 for a long time, but it's cool to see him there and get some recognition, even if it doesn't matter much. It does matter. Good on him. It doesn't matter. The list doesn't matter. The list's stupid. Sorry. Getting off into rants here. Anyway, Martin Knopfler, yes. I mean, wow. Albert Lee as well, fantastic. I've seen Albert Lee live maybe 3 or 4 times. Phenomenal every time. And even at his age, he's still got the speed and the clarity. He's just, it's mental how great his technique is. Now, who was I going to talk about there just a minute ago? Yeah, Brian May and Knopfler. You could probably put Gilmour in there as well, probably, but more so Knopfler and Brian May, I would say, have unique signature tone that are harder to replicate, I think. You don't hear many Knopfler clones and many Brian May clones that could do it just like them. You do hear a lot of Davy Gilmour clones. When you hear a Davy Gilmour thing, you're like, oh, you're doing a bit of Davy Gilmour there, are you? But you maybe don't hear it so much with Brian May and Knopfler. Sorry, getting off into weird tangents, thinking out loud here. Just ignore me. Sorry, don't ignore me, but write a comment and say I'm an idiot or something. Anyway, where did we get to there? Reeled in. You got tickets to see Focus back in the 70s. Jan Ackerman quit the band a few days before the gig. So as of yet, you've never seen them live. That is a sad story. Are they still going? Is there still a chance to see them? I hope so. Maria, your top 3 are Martin Knopfler, Brian May and Albert Lee. Wow. There you go. Is that the same as Relax Meditation? It certainly is. No, it's not, but very close. Is it the same? Knopfler. Albert Lee. Wait a minute. It's because you did it in a different order. Wait a minute. Yeah, Albert Lee. Sorry, it's because Albert Lee wasn't capitalised. That's what it was. Sorry. Same. Great. Apologies. Johnny D, Albert Lee, Steve Hackett, Jan Ackerman. We're getting a lot of Albert Lee now. This is great to see. Jimmy Biter. That's right. Show thing on Thursday. Sorry, that's Mars you're talking about. Right. And Mars is there. Can you say hello to your little birds, Reggie and Todd? They love guitar in your glasses. Hello, Reggie and Todd. Thanks for coming and watching. If you're actual birds, then cheep, twit to woo, and things of that nature. I hope you understood that. Nedham, Mike Vinart of Ocean Size. I wouldn't have got that actually. Played with Biffy Clyro since around 2009-2010. His solo stuff is great. He was on that pedal show. Great interview, great tones, especially a loud fuzz. Right, thank you. Now I know. So he must be Scottish then, is he? Anyway, and Hozzer, yes, you have the holy trinity of the guitars. That's what I like to hear. John Little, how about Martin Offler, Gary Moore and Steve Cassidy? Of course, I'm always in the conversation with most of you. I should have said in the title, who's your top 3 guitarists, except for me. That's what I should have said, really. Thank you, John Little, you absolute legend, but come on now. Right, where did we get to there? IMA640, hello to you, mate, thanks for coming in. Terry Cath from Chicago. See, I was close with Steely Dan, but not close enough. Man, my dad got me into Chicago. Hello, Razor, by the way, if you're watching, apologies, I need to call you. Sorry, I've been a terrible person. The album, Chicago 5. That's the one. That's the one for me. I mean, I've not heard loads of Chicago, but that's the one where it's like proper jazz rock. The brass lines and everything. And yeah, love it. Awesome. Reeled in. Your other 5 favourites are John Robson, The Lamb, Budget, Johnny, Jojo Fry and Steve Cassidy. Absolute legend. Thank you, Reeled in. We're in great company there with the legends that you've got in there as well. Thank you so much, mate. Blue Fingers. That is too bad. You can make it crazier. You used to be in a band with the current bass player of Focus. What? Jings. So many famous people we'll have here. Lucas Stefan. Michael Romeo, I don't know. Marcus Fogley, I don't know, but I know that this is a rip-off of his signature guitar, isn't it? He has a Charvel version of this, I believe. And who is the last one? Where did we get to there? Yngwie. Who could that be? What's the last name? Yngwie Smith? Yngwie... That could be anyone. I'm joking, of course. Mr. Malmsteen. Right, okay. Craig UTB / Marr and Knopfler. I almost read that as Mark Knopfler there, but no. Johnny Marr / and Mark Knopfler. Is that the first slash? That might be the first slash in there, which is quite surprising. He's usually in the top 10 of these lists, isn't he? Anywho. Red Goals, how you doing? You can't pick 3 and you loathe the notion of best when it applies to creativity. Well said, mate. These are very different players who move me. Green, I'm assuming that's Peter Green. Ronson, it's not Mark Ronson. Who's Ronson? Mick Ronson. Jimi Hendrix, John Martin, Nick Drake, nice. John Frusciante, Junior Marvin, I don't know. And J.M. Perry, is that Joe Perry? Oh, and someone has super chatted. Who's that? Nedham, thank you so much, you absolute legend. 50 Swedish krona is barely €5, but it's something. Good night to you, mate, as well. I had no idea what Swedish krona was, but thank you so much, mate. It's hugely appreciated. You're absolutely generous gentleman. Thank you so much. I've lost my space, my place. But Red Goals, I do agree with you about being we shouldn't have a competition, but we do have our favourites. You know, we're not saying best. Wait a minute, I don't think you're having a go at that. You're probably having a go at the magazine list thing I was talking about a minute ago, because really I'm asking the viewer, who's your top 3? I'm not saying who's the top 3 best guitarists in the world in your opinion. Who's your top 3 favourites? They could be the ones that influenced you. So I'm going to change my list. I'm going to give you some of it now, but I'm going to swap out some players shortly, right? Because, yeah, I'm going to have an evolving list, and I'm probably going to steal some of your ideas. So number 1 for me is Nuno Bettencourt, 100%. He's my favourite guitar player of all time. And He stays because I pretty much love everything that he's played on, and I've like listened to all the albums and everything. Now there are other guitar players on this list. There's either some that you could say are technically better than Nuno Bettencourt, you know, but I've not listened to as much of their material. So my number 2 that I would like to put in there, oh, he's not number 2, is he? Well, okay, number 2 is maybe not my favourite. Maybe he is. Anyway, he's definitely who I regard to be the world's greatest electric guitar player of all time ever, and that's Guthrie Govan. And we're claiming him as Scottish, by the way. I believe his mother's Scottish, and he's got a Scottish name, ginger hair, well, white hair now. We're having him, he's Scottish. I'm only joking. Anyway, so Guthrie Govan would be number 2 in the top 3. But like I say, I've not listened to as, I mean, he doesn't have as much material out there as Nuno, but his solo album, Erotic Cakes, is like one of my faves ever. But the Aristocrat stuff, I never really got into so much. So, does that really have him deserving in my top 3 spot? I'm not so sure now, you got me doubting. So I'll think of some more. Yeah, okay, sorry, need to carry on. And I can't play anywhere like Nuno or Guthrie Govan. I just appreciate them, they're playing so much. Right, sorry. I'll change mine up as we go. But so far it's Nuno and kinda Guthrie. Right, where did we get to there? Sorry, I'm losing place in the chat. Right. Here we go. Martin Smith, can you throw Vim Fuego into the mix? You certainly can. I don't know who it is. I'll need you to educate us on that one. Anybody know who Vim Fuego is? You going to tell us, Martin? Rob Martin, hello mate. Annie Clark, Rory Gallagher, Martin Barr. I do not know Annie Clark or Martin Barr. Please educate us on who they are, where they're from, what they played on, who they played with. Graham Kangol was a clothing brand that was worn famously by Samuel L. Jackson, who quite liked the backwards berets in the 90s, if I remember correctly. But Graham Campbell is a Scottish guitar player, singer, artiste, and YouTube channel that you should check out. Anywho, yours are Rory Gallagher, I know him, Mark Ford, I don't know enough of, Gary Moore, and Keith Richards, Albert King, and yes, it goes on, you can't choose either, but absolute legends in there, mate, good on you. Blue Fingers, you need to swap to Frusciante for Peter Green. Are you putting Peter Green in place of Frusciante? Which one are you keeping? I can't remember your list, I'm sorry. We've read a lot of guitarists so far. IMA640, your 3 for today, although this changes a lot depending on what you've been listening to. Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, and Steve Jones, and many more. Nice one. It would be good to get another Jimmy there in the top 3. I don't know who it could be, but that's an excellent list, mate. Good on you. Good mix as well. Maria Muggs is saying, hello, relax and meditation. There you go. How far apart are you guys? Yeah? Anyway, Johnny D. Rolling Stone never even had Gary Moore. That's the style over substance clickbait they go for. Seriously, Gary Moore not even in the list of top 100 or 200. That's bonkers. Yeah, that totally bends the whole thing. 100%, mate. Anywho. Victory House Music. Reggie Young, I don't know. James Burton, I do know. Telly, yeah. Cornell Dupree, I don't know. Educate us on the ones that people might not know. Like, if it's basically not Slash or David Gilmour, you'll need to tell us who it is. I'm only joking. But some of them are lesser known, and I like this. I like to see these lesser known ones. Nick Talk for the Blues, the Three Kings, BB, Freddie, and Albert. Can't go wrong there, can you? That was actually, once, I'm assuming we've got a lot of the people in the chat now who have probably said their list and they might be changing some out, but I also want to know, I don't know where we are in the chat, I'll need to catch up, if there's any new favourite guitarists you've discovered in the past, I don't know, 10, 5, 2 years, 6 months, any new people that you're really listening to that you're digging. They don't have to like take Angus Young out of your list as your favourite, but is there any new guitarists you've discovered and thought, oof, jings, they're no bad? Let us know about them as well. Exactly. Kirsty McClellan, hello, and Weckham, thanks for coming in. Jared James Nichols is your new favourite. So did I read that first, or did I subconsciously read that before I said that? I must have subconsciously read it. So much energy and just fun to watch. If you need two more, yes we do. Gilmore and Angus Young, great stuff. Yeah, and Jared James Nichols is, yeah, he's such a great player, man. He's like old school, I love him. Fantastic player. And all with the fingers as well, isn't it? Trey Shreddens, he's probably not here, but check out his channel, and he's got some really great stuff coming up soon that may or may not involve Mr. JJN. No spoilers. I hope that wasn't a spoiler, Trey, if you're watching, sorry. Blue Fingers, oh, you're talking to someone else, apologies. I kind of lose track of the chats there. Nedham, also Mike Venart has been playing with the Cardiacs lately. He helped them finish their last album after the death of the frontman Tim Smith in 2020. I think I might remember someone saying this before. That does ring a bell. Thank you for sharing that. Victory House Music. Late 60s Gary Moore's party trick was to hold the neck at the 20th fret, let it drop, catch it by the nut, playing hammer-on lines all the way down. I need to see that. Have you got a clip? Victory House, you are a mod. If you could find a clip of that, stick it in the chat with a timestamp. I'll be forever grateful. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see that. Right, we've got a lot of Jan Ackerman stuff going on here, which is great to see. Maidenman74, you saw Glenn Campbell in the 80s, and he was a sleeping giant. Awesome guitarist. Totally, mate, yes. The speed of that guy as well. Man, crazy bonkers. Crazy technique. And he's not really known for it either, is he? Roddy13, good to see you, mate. Is that Roddy's Jam Cave, by the way, Roddy13? I think it is, and hello to you, by the way. Thanks for coming in. Check out the channel. Dwayne Allman, Gary Moore, and Mike Campbell. Your old Mike Campbell? Who's Mike Campbell? No, I'm not getting Mike Campbell. I'm thinking a load of different people. It's not not Primal Scream. Who's the guys? The American guys. Oh, does it start with a P? Maybe not. Pearl Jam. Is it him? Is it Pearl? Maybe it's probably someone else. Sorry. You're saying you're old. Nah, it can't be Pearl Jam. Must be someone else. Venart is from Manchester, but enough about your musical obsessions. You have to go now. You're off. Oh well, Nedham, thanks for coming in, and thank you so much for the super chat. You absolute gentleman. Much appreciated. Thank you. Right, Nathan Champion. Dave Simpson, Paul Davids, Musty Guitar, and Steve Cassidy. Mount Rushmore of YouTube guitar. You absolute legend, Nathan Champion. Thank you so much, mate. And of course, check out Nathan Champion's channel too. We're sharing the love, checking out the channels. Wow. Getting to be in the collection with these guys. And I actually don't know Musty Guitar. I'm going to have to check him out. I'm going to add that to my list. Musty Guitar. Musty Guitar. There we go. Thank you. Whoops. Oh, the chat has stopped moving. Oh, I found it. There we go. Alan Parker is a session dude. Walker's brother. No Regrets solo. Okay. Thank you. My father's a big fan of Scott Walker and about the Walker brothers. I've never really got into them. Never checked them out. I'll need to do that at some point. Good music is good. Sonny Sharrock. I'm going to need that. John McLaughlin, yes. Zappa, yes. We know them. But Sonny Sharrock, we're going to need to know who that is. Well, I am anyway. Dave Gilmore. Dave Gilmore, Rory Gallagher, and Mick Ronson. Great stuff. We're getting a lot of the same ones coming up. I don't think I can do a poll now because I don't think there's enough options to cover the what do you call it? Excuse me. All the people that have been mentioned the most, because Gilmore's in them, Gary Moore's in there, Albert Lee's in there, Hendrix, there's a lot of them being mentioned. Yeah. And Martin Offler says Chris Otterwell as well. The One Direction has changed, So Knopfler stays, out goes Betancourt and Moore, what? And in comes Page and Gallagher. You may change your mind before the end. I can relate, mate, but you need to get Nuno back in there. What's going on? Joking. Olga from the Toy Dolls, just for the fun factor. Thank you, mate. I'm sorry I can't read your music name. It's like Fourth Love something. Nice, thanks for sharing, mate. Victory House Music, it's very sad just how white this list is. Yeah, that does make, that's an interesting point. I mean, well, taking out the three kings, Hendrix, and my number one, Nuno. But yeah, it is a thing. It is a thing, doesn't it? It doesn't seem to be a thing. Martin Smith, how about best guitarist for the Stones? Brian Jones, Mick Taylor, or Ron Wood? You're going for Jones. But that could be a whole other live stream, couldn't it, mate? Red Goals, Junior Marvin was the Wailers' lead guitarist. Right. And John M. Perry is the guitarist with the only ones. Another Girl, Another Planet. You just don't have three after listening to music for over 50 years. That's a good point. Mate, is John M. Perry, no, sorry, Junior Marvin, is he the guy that plays the live solo of No Women, No Cry? Well, it is the album version, isn't it? The album version is the live version. But is it him that plays that solo? Because that's one of my favourite solos of all time. That's in my top 3 favourite solos of all time. It's incredible. Is that him? I should know that if it's one of my favourite solos, but I don't. And I remember asking it before, and the name doesn't stick. Probably because he's not done loads else that I know about. The chat jumped. Where did we get to there? Shred and Finn, you can't play like your guys either, but it sure is fun to try. That's the spirit, mate. Aristocrats live in Europe 2020 is excellent, Steve, for some ear candy. Thank you very much, mate. I'm going to put that on my list. Thank you. Edney Helen Dos Santos, hello, thanks for coming in. Greetings to you. Martin Smith, Vim Fuego, aka Aid Edmondson of the spoof band News. I had no idea. I would never have got that. So that was very niche. Well done, mate. Dave, you are changing again. Back up BB King. No, you're not changing. You're just agreeing. BB King, Steve Jones, and Gary Moore. Brilliant, mate. Dave Lewis, impossible for you to choose from just 3. Far too many greats to choose from. Yeah, there is indeed. But you can throw out some names. Why not? Why not? Edney, Helen Dos Santos, John 5 is a legendary. That's the first John 5 I think we've seen. Kurt Cobain, I think that's the first Kurt Cobain as well. And you would say Dimebag, nice one. Dave, how do you wear a beret backwards, Steve? You're right, it's not a beret, is it? It's a, is it a flat cap? It's one of these, isn't it? A bit like that. A bit like that, yo. Does that work? Am I a cool dude? Like Fido Dido? Anyway. Chris Otterwell. You are saying Chris Buck. You met the guy and played as Rev Star at Rockfield Studios. What a player. Yeah. He's just got it, hasn't he? Man. Yes, indeed. Totally agree. He's got vibes all over the place. Yet another flipping username. Good to see you, mate. J.K. Lee, Brian Setzer, Chet Atkins. Wow. Spot the odd one out there, but love it. Great list. Bluefingers, you're listening to more horn players these days than guitar players. That makes sense. I don't so much, but I could see the appeal, definitely. And yeah, I actually, I don't listen, actually, wait a minute, I'm waiting to tell a lie. I've been listening to loads of guitar music recently. In fact, I need to change one of my top 3. Or at least one needs to enter. I need to put Satch in there. Joe Satriani needs to go in my top 3 for now. I've been listening to his stuff more than anyone else recently. Just sort of nostalgia fest. And he was one of my first favourites along with Nuno. Yeah. Although, I'm on a bit of a nostalgia thing just now, so I'm going back to guitar instrumental music, but usually, like for, I don't know, the past 15, 20 years or something, I've not listened to loads of guitar music. Like where guitar's at the forefront, you know? Anywho, Right, where are we at? I am lost. I need some water as well. I'm going to need to fix that in a minute. Right, Nick Talk, Jack White, that's the first Jack White. Billy Strings, that's the first Billy Strings. And Jesse Wells, it's the first of all three of them. And yeah, I like it. These are the kind of more less assuming guitar heroes, aren't they? But they're still got all the vibes. Yeah. I mean, Jack White has probably wrote more iconic riffs than anyone in the past, what, 25 years or something. I mean, Seven Nation Army is like Smoke on the Water status. Who else has got Smoke on the Water status since then, going forward? I think I remember asking this question before, and someone said John Mayer's Slow Dancing in a Burning Moon. Slow Dancing in a Burning Room might be there. Although, I don't know if it's as well known outside of guitar circles. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Anyway, Blue Fingers, you're screaming Tom Petty. Okay, carry on. Right, speaking of screaming, before my voice goes, I need to go get some water. So, bear with me. What can I show you? Wait a minute. I know what I'll do. I'm going to tease something special. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to save it for a video, but a package arrived today, and I might just unbox it. Yeah, maybe. Let me know if you want to see an unboxing. Just say unbox it in the chat if you want to see it. If you don't, it's fine. I'm quite happy to leave it for an unboxing video, which will probably garner a lot more views. And it's what I should do. Actually, if I'm going to get water, it would probably be a good idea to bring my glass, wouldn't it? Right, so sorry about that. Tum-ty-tum. Left the tapping on in, that's what we do. Is this even going to be enough? I might need my big one. I'm going to get my big one. Let's get the Ninja. There we go. I really want ice. Can I get ice? Am I allowed to get... Do you mind if I get some ice? It's pretty warm in here. I'm going to get some ice. Sorry, thank you. And we'll need to catch up. Who's my top three? So far we've got Nuno, Joe Satriani, kinda Guthrie, but I don't like how they're all shredders. Because I'm not like an all... I can't even shred. I can't even shred at all. Who else can I put in there? George Benson, Larry Carlton. Larry Carlton is 100% in my top 10. In fact, I've got a video coming up about him soon. Is it even tomorrow? No, it's not tomorrow. Anyway. Oh, by the way, there's a video coming out tomorrow. I hope you watch it. Alright. What's it about? Can I give you any spoilers? Okay, I'll give you the title. This video is quite interesting. Basically, I was asked to do a sponsored video for a guitar brand that's been featured on the channel before, but it was from a shop that asked me to do it. And I phoned up the shop to have a conversation, to ask them stuff about the shop and what makes them different and stuff like that, and what makes this guitar interesting. And it's something that I don't think they were even going to mention, but when they told me this, I was like, OMG, that is the video. That's the story, that's the video, right? So, what is the title? I'm going to try and tell you the title. So, the guitar shop, or I might have said the guitar store, I can't remember. Sometimes we Americanise things. The guitar store, the guitar shop that let one customer design 24 custom limited edition guitars. There you go. That's the story, for real. So it's not just a guitar review, it's very much something else. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to do these days. I'm trying to find interesting stories rather than... I'm not focusing on gear so much these days. I'm trying to focus on stories and storytelling. It's something I've been at the forefront of my mind this year. It's what I've been working on the most. So I think maybe a lot of the videos these days are less interesting topics, but I'm trying to make them interesting. I don't know, that's what I'm trying to do. It's working okay sometimes, but not always. Because I get a bit sick of gear, to be honest with you. Not sick of it, but I don't want to be the channel that's always pushing gear and stuff, which I don't think I am anyway, but there we go. Right, where did we get to? I need to catch up. Right, Blue Fingers was screaming Tom Petty. There's where we got to. Dave Lewis, nobody mentions the late great Michael Hedges. Well, you just did, so thanks for that, mate. He's got his mention, that's what I like to see. Roddy, it is Roddy's Jam Cave, nice one. Campbell is from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Mike Campbell, thank you, mate. Thank you, yes, perfect. Nathan Champion, no bother for the shout out. Musty Guitar is a guy that breaks down David Gilmour drink guitar parts. He's very close and has great gear for the tones. Brilliant, mate. Nice. That's what I like to hear. Great stuff. Excuse me. Right, Martin Smith. Steve Cropper, session musician on so many 60s tracks as well as the Blues Brothers. Yeah. I wonder who's played on more out of Steve Cropper and Steve Lukather. Probably Steve Lukather, I would say. But yeah, Steve Cropper is like just as legendary. He's maybe played on less tracks, but he's definitely probably made on more. He's probably played on more iconic tracks. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe not. IMA 640, Philip Sace is something else, yes. But you've only heard a small sample of his playing, yes. Ridiculous player. He's like one of these, like I always thought of Stevie Ray Vaughan as being a bit like Jimi Hendrix on steroids. That won't be fair to Jimi Hendrix, but you know what I mean? Jimi Hendrix has got so much sort of fire and ferocity, but for me, Stevie Ray Vaughan's just a bit harder, a bit more fire, and he's a bit faster, a bit more technique and stuff like that. But obviously, Hendrix paved the way. I'm not taking anything away from him. But Philip Sace is like every Hendrix clone guy, including Stevie Ray Vaughan, on steroids. He's like, yeah, he's like one of the most ferocious players out there. Although the most ferocious player ever has got to be Ben Travers. Have you guys seen Ben Travers' channel? The stuff he plays? OMG. Check out Ben Travers' music. Bonkers. Just incredible stuff. Anyway. Good music is good. Sonny Sharrock was a crazy free jazz guitarist. When he dropped the pick because he was thrashing too hard, boop, he'd popped a new one out of his mouth. They must have been packed in there like a hamster. Never heard that one before, that's brilliant. I am for fun one, Samantha Fish. I've never heard of Samantha Fish. I'm going to put her on my list, why not? Samantha Fish. She went on the list because you only had one and it stood out. Yet another flipping username, Lindsay Buckingham, yes. Glenn Campbell, Eric Johnson, yeah. Eric Johnson could creep into my top 3. Him and Guthrie might have a fight. Red Goals, Junior Marvin played lead on the Exodus album. Does that have the No Women No Cry one on it? Chris Otterwell, new to you was Chris Stone, Kingfish Ingram, blew me away, yes. Brilliant player, amazing. Judge, how you doing, mate? I'm good, hope you're doing well. Blue Fingers also agrees about Philip Sace. Dave Lewis, the late great John Martin is the master of the Echoplex. Can't deny that at all. Bill Mumbo, BB King, Rory Gallagher, Peter Green, but there's so many more. Moore, yeah. Tommy Emmanuel, yep. Martin Simpson, I don't know. Tony Rice, I don't know. Oh, right, okay, acoustic players, that makes sense. You also like Mary Flowers. Okay, there we go. Graham Campbell, Vernon Reid is very underrated. Yeah, actually, seen him live last year, the year before, supporting Extreme. Well, Living Colour. Reeled in, no one has mentioned George Harrison. No one played with a slide quite like he did. There you go. You've mentioned them. Good on you, mate. Johnny Marr. Yep, that's the second Johnny Marr we've had. Well done, mate. John Little, your top guitarists are the session men who rarely grab the limelight. Larry Carlton, yes mate, I totally agree. Larry Carlton, Steve Lukather, Mike Landau, Dan Huff, God, there's loads. Lee Ritenour, all the guys. Paul Jackson Jr., wow, he's got the stuff. Chris Otterwell, can't admit Richard Thompson, great guitarist and songwriter. That's another one I don't know. Good music is good. I also don't know Dean Ween, but I love the name. One of the most underrated guitarists in your opinion, way more than a joke musician. We need more information. Maria Muggs Davies, top 3 female guitarists are Lita Ford, Joan Jett and Sheryl Crow. There you go. Sheryl Crow is actually bass player as well. She was even playing bass in her band for a period. Yeah. Oh yeah, Unbox It says, where'd he go? Graham Campbell, nice. Pat Travers, yeah, we're all getting the Unbox It. Well, we've had 3. That's probably enough to do an unboxing, I think. Most people don't care. Maybe say don't unbox it if you don't want it. Nick Talk, very much overlooked. Roy Buchanan, you're correct. Yes. Judge, your top 3 are Nuno, Rabia and Gary Moore. That's interesting because I know that Nuno is in Rabia's top 1 as well. That's like his all-time favourite guitar player as well. See, Nuno's my all-time favourite. Nuno's Rabia's all-time favourite. But I can't play like Nuno or Rabia. So it's my fault for not practicing enough. Damn. I wish I practiced like Rabia. Anyway. Good music is good. Anne Wilson from Heart has to be in your top 3 women. Nice one. Guitar Quackery in the house. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Guitar Quackery, I need to email you to send you this neck. Although, I need to take the neck off the guitar first and clean it because it's not nice. Actually, I'll put that in the email, talk to you about that. Check out Guitar Quackery's channel. We did a video this week on the second channel. Let's see if I can find it. I've not did this today. Let's do this for a wee minute. There was no poll this week. Sorry. Didn't do a poll. That's the channel, but that's not what we're looking for. Oh yeah, there's Cassidy guitar. Let's do that. There was an extra video this week. Did you see it? This one here. The guitar mystery that started my channel. This one here, and I rebought it. That's this channel that we're on now. This is the second channel, just in case you didn't know. And it did all right. We did pretty well. We've got like almost 4,000 views on it. And yeah, I rebought the guitar. Well, the mystery. There's a reason that I started the channel. 2 reasons, all discussed in that video. And there was one guitar responsible for it, and I rebought it. You could check that out. Oh, I'm also live at the moment. I had no idea. We're live. We could watch the live stream. Okay, right, sorry. And then the main channel, if we go back a minute, this was the video we put out on the main channel about a Fender neck. Actually, as soon as I put that video out, I lost like between 6 and 10 subscribers. I think they thought it was like a pro Fender video. It definitely was not. That's the end of that. And also, just while we're on this page, the Glasgow Guitar Safari, the views on that just went so well. I was not expecting it, so thank you. Thank you for watching and supporting the channel as always. Had a good wee run there. I don't know if tomorrow's video will do too well. I know that the thumbnail isn't as good, but hey, you never know. Anyway, where do we go? Guitar Quackery, we got to there. Nedham. George Harrison was great. Have you ever heard Derek Trucks? Yes. Oh, you're talking about Slide. Yeah. I'm with you there, mate. I would say that Derek Trucks is not only one of the greatest guitarists ever, but definitely in the conversation as greatest slide player ever. Alongside Ariel Posen. He's one of my new guys that I've sort of discovered in the past few years. Oh, he's so good. There's another guitar slide guy on Instagram. I can't remember his name, but he's so good as well. Slide made like a massive comeback in the past like 3 years. See a load of ridiculous slide players, like taking it to the next level. But Derek Trucks, mind-blowing stuff. So good. Bill Mumbo, maybe. No. Just away getting water, exactly, that's it. That's all that was happening in IMA 640, I was getting water. Red goals. Al Anderson played lead on No Women No Cry, thank you. But Junior Marvin played on your favourite Marley album, Exodus. Yeah, okay, however, both are great lead players who both mix in blues rock with reggae. Right, okay. I actually went through a big Bob Marley phase in my youth. So, yeah, I had Legend though. I had the Legend cassette tape and I listened to that loads. I don't think I ever got into the specific album Exodus. I'll have to get on that. I'll fix that. But I probably know a lot of the tracks on it already. You've not got the tail end of the show, Guitar Quackery. We've still got 35 minutes left. Alright? Reeled in, you don't know Derek Trucks, mate. Oh, check out Derek Trucks. You will not be disappointed. So good. Johnny D, another big shout out for Larry Carlton. Yes, indeed. Bill Mumbo, the first Bert Whedon. That is the first one. Yeah, Derek Trucks, totally. Scott Bogfoot in the house. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. IMA 640, what's the latest on the Stomp XL Power Brick? Have I put the video out? Wait a minute. Hold on, I need to look at my YouTube studio for a moment. Bear with me. Hurry up. Okay, so I've actually did a whole update video on it and it's coming out in 2 weeks. I'm almost ahead. I'm not really. I've got 3 videos in the bank, but one's going to be gone tomorrow, so I'm going to have 2 videos in the bank. I need to get another. I need to do like 3 videos soon to get myself back caught up again. I'm so far behind. But there's another video coming out for the second channel as well, so stuff's happening. Hand gestures, sorry. What am I doing? Sorry. Where did we get to there? So I will keep you updated on that soon, IMA 640. But did I tell you about the wee thing? Moral of the story, or spoiler, the wee thing works. Billy Gibbons, I think that's the first Billy Gibbons. R.I.P. Frank Beer. Oh, of course, yeah. I think I just seen that the other day. Why am I drinking out of a vase? What? You don't drink out of vases. Where are you from? In Scotland, we all drink out of vases. I needed that. Nedham, Richie Kotzen, yes. You're going to sleep in a minute. You carry on, mate. Thank you very much. But yeah, Richie Kotzen, we've had a few saying Richie Kotzen. Good music is good. Eric Gales is pretty ferocious. Yes, indeed. Plus he plays with the strings upside down, which breaks your brain. Yeah, he's a totally unique player. Love it. What about Dave Kelly, slide player? I don't know him. Although, unless he's the guy I was thinking of. Sonny Landreth, Sarah Jory. Yeah, I don't know them. So maybe they're just people I don't know that are way better. Scott Bogfoot, your 3 are Matt Guitar Murphy. I don't know him. Lindy Mikko Lindstrom and Samuli Jaskio. I don't know any of them. You need to tell me. You need to tell me. Dave Lewis, check my email inbox. You've got a new pedal today and another new box arriving tomorrow. I did a video on both of them last week. Well, that must mean it must be the Rockman. And what's the other one? Is the other one made by Fender by any chance? Oh, I've got a video coming about that. I've not made it yet. I need to make it, but oh, interesting times is all I can say, really. When am I going to check my email? I don't know when I'm going to get a chance. I'm back to school tomorrow. I know I can't complain. I've been off for like about 50 odd days. But wait a minute, how many days have I been off? Because I actually have been counting. I'll tell you in just a minute. 55 days. I've had 55 days off. Bonkers. So, can't remember what I was saying. I'm back to school, yeah. I'll need to get caught up with emails and whatnot. I've got a lot of stuff to get caught up on. But thank you, mate, for keeping me in the loop. Maria is saying, top 3 funniest guitarists is Dewey Finn. Oh yeah, is that the Walk Hard thing? Nigel Tufnell and Marty McFly. Yep. They are all legendary guitarists. Graham Campbell, John Bollinger, who does Premier Guitar stuff, As a brilliant guitarist, yeah. I've seen that recently, that he's a great player. I had no idea. Oops. We jumped. Right, I'm going to try and get caught up with the chat, and then we're going to try and do that unboxing. Although not enough people bothered really care about it. Where am I? Budget Pedal Chap, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Congrats, Budget Pedal Chap, on hitting, it was 18, wasn't it? 18,000 subscribers. Check out the channel for all your budget pedal needs. IMA640, Gary Clark Jr., Wilco Johnson. Can't believe no one has mentioned them. There you go. You've mentioned them. Well done, mate. But yeah, I'm more surprised at Wilco Johnson. Gary Clark Jr. also very good. I liked his first like EP that he put out, and I never heard much more than that. Actually, I heard another album after that, and I didn't love it as much. Yes, Chris Otterwell is part of a NutriBullet liquidizer. That's exactly what it is. It's big. Sorry, I bet they can't play like you either. That's right, Shredden Finn, indeed. They wouldn't want to. Bill Mumbo, a bit crude, but Kevin Bloody Wilson, yes, why not? Budget Pedal Chap, I've got a YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel, mate. Actually, you know what I've never done before? I'm going to do it right now. If I can figure it out. I probably can't. I probably can't figure out how to do it. Hold on. By the way, a lot of people are complaining about YouTube these days. Because, there you go, I'm going to put it in the chat. There's a link to my channel in the chat, the main channel. A lot of people are complaining about YouTube these days. They've changed a lot of policies. They've done a lot of stuff I'm not too happy about myself. But I know a lot of people losing their channels and whatnot because of like AI detection when it's not AI. There's other things been going on, like they've changed the watch hours requirements for monetization. They're changing how views are counted now. So everybody who's been complaining about not getting enough views, in about a week, your views are about to skyrocket because YouTube has decided to count, like just hovering over a thumbnail now is counting as a view. I really dislike that. We're all getting fake views now, which is going to be annoying. Anyway, something I really want to complain about. That link that I've just put in there, right? Excuse me. At Steve Cassidy Guitar. That's what you call your YouTube handle. And if I get a mention from another channel or something like that, they'll put at Steve Cassidy Guitar and it makes a link. And I get a notification to tell me that I've been mentioned by someone. And then I can go and say, oh, thanks. Maybe discover someone new. Maybe find someone to collaborate with, something like that. My link has been broken for almost 2 years. And I spent a year asking YouTube to fix it. And they kept saying, oh, the technical team are looking into it. Same for like over a year. And then I just gave up on it. So my YouTube handle link has been broken for, coming up on 2 years. So if anybody's ever like added me and I've not responded, it's because my link's broken and I don't get a notification and it doesn't even work. So sorry about that. But YouTube, for that, they suck. And I think I've just had another super chat come in. WTF, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. You're very generous, laddie. 10 of the Scottish pounds of the realm. We are going to heart that. And he says, open the damn box. Right, well, that decides it. And that jumps the queues. I'll get caught up with the rest of that in a minute. WTF has spoken with the cold hard cash. I'm going to go and get that box and open it for you. Thank you. I kind of wanted to open it. I did want to do a video on it, but... And I will do a video on it. But I actually need to measure something in it so I can buy something else for it. Bit of a spoiler. Hold on. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going through to the east wing of the property, so you might not hear the mic. I might cut off. I'm going to find the box. Here's the box. It's a big box. It is a big box. What could it be? What could it be? regret doing this live. I mean, I'm going to regret doing this live. Right, sorry. I don't know if you heard any of that. Right, an unboxing has been demanded. It will happen. Here's the box. Oh, okay. Right. Any guesses? I don't think anybody's going to be able to guess, although it is something that I mentioned recently on a live stream. So, will I tell you while I'm unboxing it? Actually, if I tell you while I'm unboxing it, I might even be able to use this clip in the video for the unboxing. So let me make the scene look a little bit better. How does that look? There we go, and is that the camera there? It is, right. Excuse me while I go professional time. Changing my light and stuff, we're getting professional. Hold on, there's something else I need to do. If I'm going to do this and put it in a video, I need to turn off the backing music because it'll be harder to remove in post-production. We're getting professional. Right, okay, so, whoops. I've already seen some guesses. Right. It's probably not what you're thinking. Because I have to admit, this box is bigger than it needs to be. Oh, this is opening quite easy. Good. But it's still well packed. So there's something I've been after for a long time. Oh, they've put some like insulation in here. Anyhow. There we go. Come on, come on. Right. So I've been after one of these for a long time. But it's a rare special edition thing. Okay, we've got a lot of packaging. We've got a lot of packaging here. Okay, we've got a clue. I'm going to take this tape off. Here's the first part of the clue. Does that help anyone? How about that? Right, so you may have realised, obviously a guitar doesn't fit in here, but a body might. So, it is indeed a guitar body from Jings. A special edition guitar that I've had my eye on for a long time, but I didn't want the neck. I was going to get my own neck for it anyway. I was going to buy the body and sell the neck. Like I've ever done that before. Oh, the bubble wrap. I'm going to have to speed this up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, there's been an unveiling and here we go. Tum tillium tum 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 tum. Ah, I wish I did that better. There you go. Look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, I absolutely love it. It's everything I hoped for. It's heavy. It's kind of heavy. I'm going to have to get a light neck for it. Anyway, check it out. John Robson will love this. But there we go. It is a Squire Special Edition Blue Sparkle Jazzmaster. It might be an Anderton's exclusive, I'm not sure. I've only seen it for sale in Anderton's and it's about $4.99 to buy new. But I got an absolute beast of a deal with this. So, hold on, I'll try and find the eBay listing. If anybody's been a little bit sick in their mouth, then that's fine, I understand. But, hold on, so as you know, well you might not know, but usually a Jaguar, did I say a Jazzmaster? It's a Jaguar. It's a Jaguar, sorry, because I've already got a Jazzmaster. I should have said Jaguar, apologies. They usually come with rosewood fretboards, and this one has a rosewood fretboard with, actually wait, I could pull up. Let's pull it up. Let's go to the pole. That's not the pole, what am I talking about? Square Blue Sparkle Jazzmaster. It's a classic vibe 60s. Oh no, wait, what am I doing? I went to the Fender site there. Don't do that. There it is. Why isn't it coming up? Why isn't it coming up? Is it sold out or something? What's going on? Sorry. Jings. There we go. Right. We need this. So there it is. From Andertons. Can I make this the right size? I'm really failing at live streaming right now. Bear with me. Can I fix this? Thank you for your patience. I'm taking a bit more time because this could end up getting used in a video. Parts of it. I'll have to edit out all my crap. Like this. Right, so there it is from Andertons. Square Limited Edition Classic Vibe 70s Jaguar and Blue Sparkle with matching headstock. And we should be able to see the matching headstock. See, rosewood board, I'm not a fan. I do love the matching headstock on this. Look, you can even see on the back how much better it would look with maple. Well, what I think anyway. But I'm going to try and find a roasted maple neck for this. So, $449, I was never willing to pay that much for it. I've been looking for them for a while on eBay, hoping to pick up a used one. And it worked out so great that not only did I get a used one, but I got just the body, which saved me having to sell it. But it gets even better than that. So, that was £449, right? Which is very top end of what you would pay for a Square. Hold on, check this out. I seen the eBay listing. See if I can pull this up. I need to screenshot this actually for the video. Right, okay, so I paid, tell me if you think I paid too much or not in the chat. For this loaded body, £322.27 delivered. Is that too much? Yes or no? So given that the full guitar with the neck is $449 new, I mean this is like, it looks to be in good condition. I'd have to check over it properly. But do you think it's a good deal for, what did I say? £322.27. Let me know if you think it's a good deal. Let me know in the comments. I might use that bit as well. Right. Seeing what anybody thinks. New pair of trainers. Sorry, I've got loads of stuff to catch up on here, don't I? I'm just interested to see if anybody thinks that's a good deal. Aha! Shren Finn, it feels like slightly too much with the difference is only circa £100. That's a fair price. Yeah. So this is what I was thinking when I seen it as well. Until I read the description. Let's get to the description. Where is it? I can't find the description. Wait, I need to go to the original thing. Oh. See original listing. Here we go. I'm going to screenshot these. Right. This is a classic vibe 70s body in mint condition and stunning blue sparkle that looks amazing in the light. AI descriptions, I think. It's loaded with Fender Pure Vintage 65 pickups. And I googled that. I think they're like 100 quid a set or more. And custom James Home of Tone wiring. Wired with traditional Jaguar wiring spec. Comes with, I think, Mexican Fender trem, which somebody just mentioned. And he says, and I'm sure I have a bridge for this in my box, which I'll include if I can find it. And he was also selling the Player 2 neck. And I said to him, if you can find that bridge, that would be great. So there you go. £322.27 for the body he was after. And upgrades I probably would have did anyway. Pure vintage Fender pickups. He's put a Fender bridge on there, and he's even got an F plate on the back there. Not that we'll love that, but I'm just all about this blue sparkle body. I don't know if I'm going to keep the torque guard on it. It looks okay, but I think I want something a bit more flamboyant. Anyway, so there we go. I'm happy with this. It is a bit heavy, but that's fine. That's fine. That's a new Jaguar. Yeah, it's a good deal, isn't it? I think it's a great deal. So that is a US body. If so, then it's no, it's a Squire body. So what'll it be? Made in Indonesia or made in China or something like that? It's wood. You're paying for the paint job, really. I mean, blue sparkle isn't a common finish. Right, anyway, sorry, I'll try and get caught up with the chat. Thank you again to WTF for the super chat, and we got to unbox that, and maybe we've got a bit of a video. This might part of this might end up in a video later on. I'll keep the music off for now in case we add any clips. Right, I will try and catch up. I'm just going to read through a bit of this. Judge is saying Rory Gallagher, Brian May, Nuno and Rabia. Oh, okay, right, got you. In terms of the lines. Red Goals, May Simones is a really good young female guitarist. Your son has put you on to. She mixes indie with bossa nova and jazz and is classically trained. Nice. Awesome. Maiden Man, Sonny Landreth, Bonnie Raitt, Paul Franklin for side players. Nice. Sorry, I'm rushing through a little bit. Not an obvious choice, but Nile Rodgers. Always play a few chic riffs to warm up when I'm practicing. Yes. Funnily enough, although he's not in my top 3, he's probably influenced what I do more than any other guitar player. Like, that's my thing. In fact, I never do it on the channel. I always play lead on the channel when I do these jams. But my thing, my superpower, if you like, which isn't a superpower, it's actually a bit of a hack. That's my thing, is funky rhythm playing. Clean, funky rhythm playing is my thing. That's what I do. Maybe I should do a video on that at some point. Try and get this stuff out of here. There we go. Look forward to tidying that up shortly. Anyway, but yeah, Peter Collins, nice one. Dave Lewis, the brilliant, late of the great Zal Clemenson, yeah, sensational Alex Harvey band, yes, of course. Sean Baxter, great shout, Dave Lewis. Jimmy Cassidy, is that meant to be Paul Drew? Possibly, or maybe it's someone else. Bill Mumbo, reeled in. Oh, you're talking about Tedeschi Trucks band are fab. Yes, fantastic. Dave Lewis, Carlos Santana. That's the first Santana mention we've had. Shren Finn, Matt Guitar Murphy played with the Blues Brothers. He straight up walked out on Aretha Franklin to start the tour. It was epic. Wow, there we go. I had no idea. There we go. Yaskio was in the movie Heavy Trip. I never seen that. Tim Renwick of Pink Floyd. Thank you, Dave Lewis. From Revocation. I don't think I've seen that one, Scott Bogfoot. Bill Mumbo, open the box, take money. How many of you are old enough to remember Take Your Pick with Michael Miles? I think I remember Take Your Pick, but I don't remember Michael Miles. Budget Pedal Chap, you've got to pull me up on the old Room 101 thing about amp profiling. It's the future, I tell you. Well, I'm going to try it. It's been playing in my mind. I'm going to try this A2 thing eventually, but not anytime soon. I'm waiting on the right form factor device to come out. So far, the leader is, I think, the Moore GE300, I think. Or is that too big? Maybe it was the Vailton GP200, I can't remember. Two of them look good. IMA640 was NutriBullet, Liquidizer and an 80s hair metal band. He might well have been. Dave Lewis, Snowy White and Pink Floyd. Oh, there we go. Chuck Guitar, you forgot about the view thing when you did your Money vid earlier. Yeah. I watched that earlier, Chucks, yeah. Great shout, mate, yes. I probably should have done a live stream about that, actually, because a lot of people are talking about that. The YouTube changes, but if I leave it another week, that'll be old news. Right, I'm trying to get caught up here. Check out Chuck's Guitars channel, by the way, and yeah, supporting channels that you watch. They need it now more than ever because of a lot of the YouTube changes. The likes, the views, the comments, the hypes, all that stuff like really, really helps. So support the channels that you like watching. Malachi, don't you worry at all, mate. You've made it here. Bill Mumbo, don't waste it on fried Mars bars or curly whirlies. I promise not to, mate. I promise. Chris Otterwell, it is not a Tone Master Pro. Right, we're getting into the guesses. Dave Lewis, very close, just without the neck. Boxing gloves on a spring. That would be good. New pair of trainers, brilliant. Jazzmaster, Bill Mumbo, wow. Very close. Was that before I opened it? Did I say a Jazzmaster? I think I did, but it's a Jaguar. Yes, you're right, Peter Collins. Thank you, Scott. I could frighten John Robson with that. You're right. Oh, that's everything that he hates. It's what he would call Liberace finished with the sparkly, and it's offset. Oh, he doesn't like an offset. So I've got 2 roasted maple necks that I'm looking at on eBay, and I need to measure the neck pocket for it. Anywho, Bill Mumbo, you were going to buy the bridge, guys. You were going to buy the bridge. What do you mean? What do you mean? Tell me. Thank you, Dave. WTF, you've just purchased a Strat body in that colour. It looks better in real life. Awesome. Yeah, Strat would be nice as well, but I've kind of went over the top with Strats recently. The Jaguar is just a guitar that I don't have. And I don't have any guitars with 24-inch scale length, so it's going to be a bit of an experiment. Looks nothing like an Ibanez Destroyer. That is correct, mate. It does not. Fair price for both seller and buyer, in my opinion. I think so, Scott. I think I got lucky there, mate. And Victory House, very keen eye there. You've spotted the Fender bridge, yes. Whoops, the chat has jumped. To determine if it's a good deal, we'll have to put it under the microscope. Correct, Guitar Quackery. And he's the guy to do it. He would do it. It's been through enough though, mate. It's already been from England to here. Budget Pilot Chap, that's too much for half of the guitar. Yeah. Yeah. When I first seen it, I was like, I'll put an offer on it. And then I noticed the upgrades. I was like, oh, maybe that's into how much of those pick up? Okay. Yeah. Dave Lewis, thank you, mate. I think it'll look better with a roasted maple neck too, as well, yeah. That's a deal. Yeah, I think it's a good deal. Thanks, guys. You would change the knobs to speeds. I might do that. I've got actually blue speed knobs and white speed knobs, although they might not look good on that plate. Interesting. It's a jet neck. It's not a jet neck. It's just a neck from one of these Chinese sellers. I've bought necks from before, and they're usually really good. Shredden, you were mistaken. Deleted comment. Sorry, I missed a deleted comment. Don't worry about it. Budget Pilot Chap, I was considering changing the pick guard, but I torqued better. Haha. Richard Sheehan, you think it's good with upgrades? Thank you. It still doesn't look like an Ibanez Destroyer. That is correct, IMA 640. I'm sorry. Bill Mumbo, oh, it's pronounced Jaguar. I had no idea. I always thought it was Jaguar or Jaguar. Thank you, Paul Woodrow. Guitar Quackery, is it just your connection or did the live streams just abruptly end? I hope it was your connection, mate. Well, not for your sake, but it's not ended. We're still here. CD Nelson says we're still running. Whew, we're all good. And we're getting close to the end as well. Wow. Excuse me, Dave Lewis, yes, Susan Tedeschi is also a fantastic player, totally agree, and love her voice as well. Al Di Meola, wow, little Steve. Dave Lewis, did you not say earlier on that you couldn't come up with any players? I think you've mentioned about 70 now. Oh, joking. Maria Muggs Davies, your other notable mentions, few guitarists would be Prince, David Bowie and George Harrison. There we go. That might be the first Prince. Dave Lewis, Mick Ronson. We've had a few Mick Ronsons. You need to see that purple jet guitar again. Well, I do like to show you every week. There we go. I've still not got around to doing my mod video on this. It was first in the queue to be next, but I got loads of other things took priority, which they shouldn't have. But I often pick easier videos. Anyway, Dave Lewis, another Prince. There's two Princes. Good music is good. Prince blew your mind when you finally listened to him in your late 30s. There we go. I think I've caught up with the chat. I can't believe it. Right, okay. So far in my top three, I think I've got Nuno in there. I've got Joe Satriani. I don't know who to have as third. Guthrie and Eric Johnson are kind of fighting a bit for that spot. But then, Larry Carlton should be in there somewhere as well. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. You don't think you ever saw the back of the Purple Jet? Oh yeah. Back shot, there we go. You could see through it. If I remember correctly, it's mahogany, the body on this. Did I ever tell you that this weighs 7 pounds on the nose? So light. The other Jet GS450 that I had at the start of the channel, it was like a blue into yellow. It looked like a beach. Did a couple of videos on it. I had to sell that in the end because it weighed, was it 9 or 9.5 pounds? Stupid heavy for an S-Type. So I had to go, even although I loved it. It played and sounded great. And I thought they were all going to be heavy. I'm pretty much telling you most of that video that I'm going to make eventually. Your daughter's blue Jaguar was stolen in London a couple of weeks ago. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I hope it wasn't a blue sparkle one, and I hope I don't have to return it to someone. Bill Mumble, the Jaguar stuff you rip your toasters on when climbing fences. You're not supposed to. Yes, that's the one. Budget Pedal Chap, the guitarist that probably had the most impact on your guitar playing would be Iommi, Gary Moore and Paul Gilbert. Wow, there's a collection right there, mate. I wouldn't have got that as well. I could hear the Gary Moore. Yeah, nice one, mate. Love it. Chris Otterwell, the Jet is very tasty. Thank you. Thank you so much. Paul Gilbert, another Paul Gilbert. Dave Lewis, Peter Green. Yes. IMA640, you thought you'd have some Starcaster players in your top three. There's not a lot of Starcaster players out there. Who's the guy? I always get his name wrong. Leo Nicocelli. What's his name? The guy from the Meters. One of the funkiest guitar players of all time. Played a Starcaster. One of the guys from Kool and the Gang played a Starcaster. It was the funk guitar. Maybe that's why I like it. Nah, it just looks great. Let's get a shot of that as well while we're here. Well, it's here. Gotta love the Starcaster. Come on. Who doesn't love that headstock? Sorry. Sorry about the brand name there. The guy from The Killers, briefly. Dave Kuning, is that his name? The guy from Arctic Monkeys, briefly. Yeah, few people. Dave Lewis, see Fender's court ruling has been overturned. Really? Which one? The German one? Or the Toman thing? I've not... let me know what the deal is. I'm going to have to watch that and find out. Interesting. Well, that'll be the next fortnight of videos on YouTube then. 7 pounds on the nose. How heavy on the leg? I like it. Shen Finn, you can't decide if Paul Gilbert uses those expressions seriously or he is memeing guitarists. I'm not sure. Main man, Dave Murray. Of course. Your screen name, yes. Peter Collins, what are you saying there? Sorry, it's done that thing where it's coming up Chinese characters. Oh, you're just saying hello. Snackham. Evening all. You'd love to be able to play the range of styles that Glenn Tilbrook from Squeeze can play. Great shout, mate. Absolutely great shout. Got another Dave Murray there from Scott Bogfoot. At least you love your 2021 Strat. Budget Pedal Chap, the Starcaster neck pickup could be a bit closer to the neck, surely. You see a bit of guitar body between the pickup and the neck. Yeah, it's got 22 frets without an overhang, which makes me wonder if I only discovered this recently when I was looking for Jaguar necks. Jaguar necks are the same, 22 frets with no overhang. So would a Starcaster neck fit on a Jaguar and be 24-inch scale? I wonder. I'll need to look into that. I'll need to look into that. Because that with a Starcaster neck could be really cool. In fact, I've even got a Starcaster neck here. That could be job done. Interesting. Anywho. Where are we? I mean, budget pedal job. Ideally, a Starcaster would have a single coil in the neck. HSS Starcasters, please. Where are they at? Who's going to make the HSS Starcasters? Harley Benton, Firefly, Jet, Fender, Squier. I doubt it. Somebody make one, please. Come on. It's been long enough. Anyway. Dave Lewis, your Starcaster is getting new pickups and pots. Nice. What pickups are you going with, mate? Reeled in, the guitarist who plays with Morrissey has been known to play a Starcaster. I had no idea. John 5 is another great versatile player. Yes, indeed. Great live show tonight. Thank you very much, Mia Muruggs Davies. Thanks for coming along. Steve Hackett, brilliant guitarist. Yeah, loads of great guitarists. It's that time. It's that time. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your favourite guitarists. Some of your favourite guitarists, your top threes and beyond. And giving me some recommendations as well of people to check out. That was fun. It's good to catch up in this kind of way and talk about more about kind of music and stuff rather than all gear. Even although we did unbox a guitar, which was fun. Oh, Peter Collins, the intonation would be completely out if you put a Starcaster neck on a Jag, assuming a Starcaster is 25.75. A Starcaster is 25.5, which is probably what you mean. But it has a 22 fret neck with no overhang. So that might change things. It's the same with my Fender Modern Player Telly. They were made in China and they also, it's the same series. They also have 22 frets necks with no overhang. So that changes where it goes in the pocket, doesn't it? Wait a minute, does that make it longer? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm guessing the fret spacing is probably different. It probably is. You're probably right, Peter Collins. I'm just an idiot. Anyway, Maggot Brain is a banger. Yes. We're talking about Parliament Funkadelic now, yeah? Next group build, HSS Starcaster. I would love to, but they don't have one as an option. Anyway, how soon is that? That'll be coming in a couple of weeks. Main man, so that's it. The top two, yeah, that number of guitarists we got there. And you'll have Eddie Hazel. I forgot to shout out the Patreon, so I'll do that on the way out. Check out the Patreon if you've not already. In fact, just before we do that, I'm going to put a link to the Patreon in the chat because I keep forgetting to do that and it helps as a call to action. Even though I've not posted there in a while, there are loads of extra free bonus videos on Patreon you could check out. And I'm just going to shout out the lovely people who support us on Patreon and the people who check it out for free as well. You all get a shout out. Well, you get screen time anyway. The Roller String Trees, Chris McKean, William Taylor, Jed Ellis, Hozzer Cotton, Chris Ramsbottom, Mark Margam, Anton Aramenko, Dan, the Ubi, Steve Murphy, Searching for Tone and Ben Travers, the Hammer-On Heroes Plus, Simon Pellet, Grandpa Joe, Outstanding Bill, and Cyborg Day Guitars. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. You absolute legends. These people are on the first page because they pay the higher tiers, you see. Even although they don't have to. But we've also got Hammer-On Heroes. This is the channel members on YouTube. Richard Sheehan, Chuck's Guitar, Searching for Tone, Dave Fiendish, Anton Aramenko, Hozzer ×2. They support both channels, absolute legends. Milehouse Studios, Kelsob, Trace Shreddens, Near No Drums, Michael Bembo, Gear Safari, Matt Corey, Luke Fulton, Willis Taylor and James Tejeda. Thank you all so much for supporting and being YouTube channel members. Even although there's nothing extra you get, just wee badges. And all these people here on Patreon have been enjoying all the exact same content for free. And actually, WTF has just been added underneath where Rexomatic is. So that screen is now full. We actually can't have any more members or I'll have to rejig that whole list. But that's fine. I don't mind doing that if I get some more members. So thank you so much for supporting on Patreon. It's hugely appreciated. You're all absolute legends. Maybe we'll see you on Patreon. I need to do some extra content there, but I need to get caught up with the regular stuff. Anyway, thanks again. So for me, Nuno, maybe Guthrie, definitely Satriani, probably Larry Carlton, Eric Johnson, some other people. There's loads. George Benson, maybe Steve Lukather. Right, there's loads. Okay, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later. There we go. We did a live stream and we did an unboxing. That was fun. Thank you again to WTF for the super chat there, and we got the unboxing done. And for Nedim for his super chat also. Absolute legends. Until next time, see ya later.